This week, follow along while I travel down south to go island hopping and check out a Goodwill I've never been to where I scored a $500 item.
Hi everybody, it's Saturday. I'm here with Daisy. We're about to take an hour-and-a-half road trip south to Gasparilla Island State Park. Gasparilla Island has some folklore attached to it. According to local Florida legends, the island was named after the famous pirate captain Jose Gaspar, aka Gasparilla. And I guess it was one of the islands that he would stop at. And so I'm totally gonna find some buried treasure today. I just know it. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I've never been to this state park. It is dog friendly, and that's why I'm bringing Daisy. The beach is not dog friendly though. I just want to make a note of that. But we'll check out everything and see what we can see. And but of course, while I'm there, I'll be checking out a local Goodwill because this is a thrifting channel after all. So all right, let's see what today brings. One other thing I had to just quickly mention is I love reading, and Treasure Island was one of my favorite books. It still is. My grandfather, who passed away, gave me his childhood copy of it, which I cherish and treasure. And Treasure Island is just such an adventure. So that's why I'm excited. I think that's why I live in Florida. I love going on to all these islands and pretending like I'm in the book, I guess, which I don't know why I would want to do that, because actually Treasure Island, like, the poor main character was absolutely petrified half the time.
Hi, I'm Lindsay McCaskey of Gulf Coast Vintage and Thrift. I live in Bradenton, Florida. I work in Sarasota, Florida in the real estate industry. This here is Daisy the Dingo. She is the best girl ever. Anyway, even though I don't know what I'm talking about half the time, I'll love to sit down and talk to you all about one of my passions, which is vintage and thrifting. It comes with the territory. So come with me while I thrift and score some beautiful clothing, mid-century glass and decorative items, furniture that has a boho flair, and art. After a successful thrift haul, I take the items home and I photograph them for my eBay store, where I'm finally starting to see some profits. I sell mid-century glass, mid-century decorations, and mid-century clothes is my specialty on my eBay store, and occasionally an antique from the 1800s. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and I hope that God blesses you and your family. After an hour and a half of driving, I am finally on Gasparilla Island, getting through the tolls, driving over the island bridge, just taking in the turquoise waters, and I had to pull over right away to just explore with Daisy. The water was absolutely stunning. This does not do it justice how beautiful it was. We are living in this cruel world, broken but strong, gotta move on. You're not a bakery of life, equip my soul, find the real gold, I'll fulfill what I started. Daisy had been such a good girl sitting in the back seat for an hour and a half, so we decided to stretch our legs further and go across the street to the other side of the bridge and check out the water here, which was even more beautiful on this side, and just take in the sights for a little bit, and yes, take a selfie or two. And she's so happy, and we're ready to explore further. Here we are at the very tip of the island, looking at a historic chapel that was built there during the Victorian era. I don't know the exact year. I just know that it's
So we are here. This is the island that I camped on a few years ago with Daisy. I had to take a ferry out to get there and bring all my gear because there's no cars or anything like that on the island. That was beautiful. This is a little chapel. It's right here on the beach. dogs aren't allowed on the beaches, so this is all the beach area. I'm gonna take Daisy back to the car and just leave her in there for like 3 minutes while I look at the beach.
So before people leave nasty comments, I was literally on the beach for less than 10 minutes taking this footage, so my dog was not in the car that long, but look how beautiful this was. I sent this picture to my dad and he was like, what happened to that?
This place is beautiful. As promised, I'm only spending a few minutes out here. I'm gonna get back to my car before I get in trouble leaving Daisy in there. So yeah, the whole island is just filled with vacation homes like this, so it's really beautiful.
The whole island was filled with golf carts as well.
Someone got into the front seat. I wasn't gone long. No, I wasn't. Good girl. Okay, so I'm here. I've checked out the tip of the island. This is how I do things. I look up a place, but I don't actually research it until I get here because I like to just discover and see what I'm going to find. I knew that there was a lighthouse and that was about it. All right, so this is actually the second lighthouse on the island. I'm definitely not climbing up that. That is a tiny little stairwell in there. I am kind of claustrophobic, but I'm gonna get out and take a look. Okay, so now I'm just randomly driving around the island and I found the Gasparilla Inn, which looks really beautiful in old Florida historic architecture. I'm gonna see if I can just walk inside just to see what it looks like in there. I'm definitely booking a reservation at the Gasparilla Inn. Oh, I'm obsessed with everything in there. The wallpaper, the pink, the aqua colors, the architecture.
I checked out one last beach before grabbing some lunch and leaving the island.
I've seen everything I want to see. I'm heading off of the island to go to Minnesota Goodwill is what it's called. It's about 17 minutes away.
I went to Cappy's convenience store on the island. I even kissed a local while I was there. I grabbed a sandwich and, of course, some key lime pie. Oh, God, I can't resist. I ate a very windy lunch outside, gave Daisy some water and half of my food, and I hit the road for the Inglewood Goodwill. I also took with me a $1 souvenir, and we left the island, and here we are, the Goodwill. Okay, so here we are. This is my first time at this Goodwill. My first impression was not very good of this Goodwill. It's in Inglewood, which is a very small town. I did think that they had some very cute furniture right off the bat, first thing on the door, but they only had a few pieces. But I did love this wicker love seat, and this was a super gorgeous vintage dining set. But that being said, it was a very small Goodwill. They did not have a lot at all. I had to leave Daisy in the car. Oh, yes. Okay, so I did buy that vintage jacket for $5.99, and it resells at like $80 to $100. So I do have that. That was a great find. Anyway, as I was saying, I left Daisy in the car, so I was like in a panic to just get through the whole store in less than 20 minutes, and it wasn't hard to do because the store was so small and they really didn't have anything. So I'm not trying to be negative, I'm just being honest that this Goodwill did not have hardly anything in the store. They had a lot of clothing, and that was really it. Now, that being said, I did... After saying all of that negative stuff, I preface this to say, oh, I love these little baskets. You can put plants in them, and they look so amazing. So, this is all to say, it's never a bad idea to go out of your way, go to a small town Goodwill, and just check it out, because you never know when you're going to find something that's worth $500 and pay $25 for it, as I do soon. In the next several minutes, you'll see me finding something that I was like, this looks, I didn't even know what it was at first, but I was like, this looks so unusual. And then I looked it up and I was like, okay, what? Okay, yeah, it's worth hundreds of dollars. And I bought it. So I went in there judging this place and thinking like, what a tiny little Goodwill in a tiny city in the middle of nowhere. And I came out with my biggest score I've ever had. But yeah, so I don't have a whole lot more to say. Like you're going to see me looking at all these different items I did not buy. There just really wasn't anything, but as I say that, I hesitate to say that because I don't want to prevent people from going to smaller towns and checking out those Goodwills, because I do soon end up finding what has got to be the most valuable piece that I've ever found at a thrift store. So, okay, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you all for watching. Keep watching. You're going to find it soon with me. All right. Thank you.
I know you're scared, you wanna hide away sometimes. I know you hurt from everyone telling you lies. I bet you just wanna lose your mind. I know you hurt, let it out, just feel it. Let it out, cry it all out to me. When you're down, when your heart stops beating, you got me, you always got me.
Okay, so this is my second find of the day. I find these sometimes alone without the trivet. I'm sorry, not trivet. Carrier. This was a great find. I can't remember how much this was, but I'm going to sell this for $30 to $40. So that was my first great find of the day. I did think that this tea kettle was absolutely beautiful, but there's no Wi-Fi signal or any sort of service in the store, so I wasn't able to use Google Lens. This Italian piece of pottery, I almost bought this. I do think it is worth something. I did not buy it, but it was very unusual. I could see that they go for around $20. And then I really liked this crochet laundry basket. I can't remember how much that was. It'll show in the picture there, but here we go, y'all. This is what I spotted from a mile away. I was like, what the beep is this? And I went over there and I looked at it and I saw that it was in perfect condition, no chips or cracks. And I saw that it was like $25. And then I looked it up and I was like, 500. Like some of these go for anywhere from $150 to $500. And I was like, all right, I have to get this. So I did. This Goodwill did have a lot of very amazing mid-century lamps. Okay, sorry, I'm getting text messages as I'm trying to record these voiceovers, and my friend is commenting on a Netflix movie that I recommended to her, so I'm like a little excited right now. Anyway, I'm distracted. Okay, so these lamps are amazing. They had a lot of mid-century lamps, and if you're looking for like lamps from the 50s, 60s, or any sort of coastal seashell lamps, obviously like Englewood is right next to the beach and the population is an older retired crowd, so you can find great lamps there. I scanned very quickly through the dresses. This is my favorite part of Goodwill. I did not find anything. That was a new with tag Charlotte Russe dress, but I did not buy it. Those were some pleather leggings. I swear, guys, every fall those leather pants come back in style, and I'm sorry, but I don't think they're flattering on anybody. You will never catch me dead in pleather pants. All right, anyway, this is my haul. I think I'm talking here. Okay, I'm not talking, but I'm out in my car. I'm showing off what I bought. So I did buy the 5 butterfly coasters and the Chinese foot bath and the sequined dress.
I'm so glad I stopped in. That porcelain, vintage or antique, gold detailed koi fish bowl is actually a Chinese foot bath, and that thing sold for $550 on eBay. That is my biggest score yet. I don't care if that thing doesn't sell for 2 years. If it's worth $500, I am winning the day. Anyway, I'm so ready to get home now. I've got an hour drive. I'm gonna let Daisy come outside and go pee pee, and we're going to go home.
Sorry, in honor of my grandfather, who I feel like is always with me, he's like my guardian angel, RAM Roger Allen McCaskey. Thank you for this book that you gave me. I love it. I cherish it. And thank you for always being by my side. I know that you're protecting me every day. So, y'all, we all have a guardian angel, okay? So, anyway, I'm just gonna leave it off with that. I don't have anything more deep to say. I just think that we all have a guardian angel, and mine is my grandfather. So, all right, have a great weekend. Love you all.
Okay, you guys, I guess this is just a little like trip to memory lane. This is my grandfather who died when I was 19. He gave me these books. He was my hero. Roger Allen McCaskey, initials were Ram, and he was an Aries, so he was the sign of the Ram, and that's me. I was probably 3, or yeah, but that's my brother. Sorry, Lance. Oh man, I miss that man. They don't make men like that anymore.